Taylor Swift's Reputation album racks up a second week at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, as the set earned 256,000 equivalent album units in the week ending November 23, according to Nielsen Music. Of that sum, 232,000 were in traditional album sales. The set debuted atop the list a week ago with 1.238 million units, of which 1.216 million were in album sales. The Billboard 200 chart ranks the most popular albums of the week in the U.S. based on multimetric consumption, which includes traditional album sales, track equivalent albums T and ing equivalent albums C. The new December 9th dated chart, where Reputation holds at number 1, will be posted on Billboard's websites on Tuesday, November 28. Reputation is the first album to spend multiple weeks at number 1 on the chart in 4 months, since JAYZ's 444 topped the list for 2 weeks, July 29 and August 5 dated charts. Further, Reputation is the first album by a woman to rack up more than a single week at number 1 in more than a year and a half. Rihanna's Auntie was the last to do so, with 2 non-consecutive weeks at number 1 on the February 20 and April 2, 2016 dated charts. And Swift is the first woman to notch her first 2 weeks at number 1 on the chart since Idle's 25 ruled for its first 7 frames of 10 total non-consecutive weeks between December 12, 2015 and January 23, 2016. The Reputation album continues to remain unavailable on ing services, aside from the set's 4 pre-release tracks: Look What You Made Me Do, Ready For It, Gorgeous and Call It What You Want. In turn, the album's C units are rather small, 10,000. However, the album's T units actually increased 13,000, up 63%, as the album became widely available to buy via all digital retailers after a week of exclusivity in the iTunes Store, and all of its S became available for purchase à la carte. In its first week at iTunes, only the 4 pre-release S were available to buy as standalone tracks. At number 2 on the Billboard 200, superstar country couple Tim McGraw and Faith Hill debut with their first collaborative effort, The Rest of Our Life. The album earned 104,000 units, of which 98,000 were in traditional album sales. The title's debut grants McGraw his best sales week and chart rank since 2013's 2 Lanes of Freedom debuted and peaked at number 2 with 107,000 copies sold in its first week. For Hill, the new set lands the diva her highest charting effort since her Fireflies set debuted at number 1 on the August 20, 2005 list, and her best sales frame since that Christmas, when Fireflies sold 145,000 copies in the week ending December 25. The debut week of The Rest of Our Life was aided by a concert ticket album bundle sale redemption promotion with McGraw and Hill's 2018 tour. Sam Smith's former number 1, The Thrill of It All, dips 1 spot to number 3 with 58,000 units, down 11%. Garth Brooks' new box set, The Anthology Part 1, The First 5 Years, opens at number 4 with 53,000 units, all from traditional album sales. The album was released on November 14, and only available on CD and withheld from ing services. The 5-CD archival effort was bundled with Brooks' new book about the first 5 years of his recording career. The box set's first 3 days of sales, November 14-16, were not reported to Nielsen Music, so the title arrives on the list with its first tracking week of activity, November 17, November 23. Had its first 3 days of sales been reported, the box would have debuted on the chart a week ago. The Anthology Part 1 is Brooks' 19th top 10 album and 4th box set to reach the top 10. Anthology follows the 1/0 CD The Ultimate Collection No. 6, 2016, the 6 CD Blame It All on My Roots 5 Decades of Influences No. 1, 2013, and the 6 CD The Limited Series No. 1, 1998. Pentatonic's former Billboard 200 No. 1A Pentatonic's Christmas, released a little over a year ago, returns to the top 10, rising 175 with 47,000 units, up 131%, and 40,000 in traditional album sales, up 150%. The album jumps back to the top 10 as consumers start shifting into holiday mode. The set is one of 4 Christmas albums within the top 40. The title will likely see another significant gain next week following the premiere of the group's new NBC TV special, A Very Pentatonic's Christmas. November 27, PNK's chart-topping Beautiful Trauma rallies 166,44,000 units, up 95%, following her high-flying performance of the album's title track on the American Music Awards. November 19, ABC. The set sold 34,000 copies, up 129%. Maroon 5's Red Pale Blues is steady at number 7 with 43,000 units, up 19%. Lil Uzi Vert's Love is Rage 2 rises 118 with 41,000 units, up 33%, and Ed Sheeran's Divided by Divide descends 59 with nearly 41,000 units, up 5%. Post Malone's Stoney closes out the top 10, falling 410 with 39,000 units, up 1%.